My name's Jason George, and I recently released a book on Canadian wildlife, and I wanted to plan a third book on Jamaican wildlife. I have a couple items or animals that I want to use in that book, but I really wanted to get sea turtles. And I had this awesome opportunity to go to Jamaica recently to find critically endangered hawkbill turtles, and I had to take that opportunity, and I want to share the journey and some of the behind the scenes aspects. So let's go and visit Jamaica. Hope you enjoy.
The arrows being the fins and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so those little arrow is from the back flippers.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so once you see the arrow pointing to the water, that means she's going to land.
Mm-hmm.
Once you see the arrow pointing
to the land, it's going to the water.
She's going to the water. Oh, the first thing you have to do is to measure the chuck. This is the back one, right?
Oh, okay.
You have to measure from here to right here, right? This is the back one.
Hey, yeah.
This is the back flipper. And then you have to measure this is the front one.
So, like what? So purple is the section, 221002 is the date, and then what's 3222?
32 is the front flippers.
Oh, okay.
That's the measurement of the front flipper. That's
Yeah, totally.
and the back one.
Yes.
22 is the back one. But some nests is easy to find, some is hard because over here have a lot of stone.
Mm-hmm. So maybe I wasn't going deep enough though.
Nest is right here, but lots of stone. Okay, here's eggs. First eggs.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that thing is so cool. Well, back to work.
So will you be moving them like tonight or?
Yeah, right now. I'm moving them right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like where do you go to put these new ones?
This new one, I'm gonna put them over where the coconut tree over there.
Oh, okay. Why to the coconut tree?
Okay, I'm just gonna find a good area to put them, and at this moment the coconut over the coconut tree is a good spot right now.
This is crazy. That's a nest and so many eggs. Well, now we've got to put them back and leave them for 60 to 100 days, depending on the time of year.
160, 161, 162, 163.
We then move to another spot on the beach, and he pulls this thing into the ground. And then more of them, and oh my goodness, they're baby turtles. A whole bucket of baby turtles. Whoa. I've never seen a hawksbill sea turtle, and all of a sudden I've seen a whole bucket full. And then we go to another nest and pull out more turtles, and this is amazing. These things are so cute, and they're just starting to get ready, and well, we then put them back in the ground so that
Screen over it now.
Yeah, we'll put the mesh away to protect them from like mongoose or a dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
since I'm in Jamaica by the beach, I figured grab my snorkeling gear and head out in the water. And as I head out in the water, I notice something on the ground moving, and upon closer observation, I notice this amazing turtle. But this turtle has this growth, potentially herpes or something. I thought it was a hawksbill turtle, but when you look closer, you can actually tell that it's a green turtle based on the way that its nose is. And it's on its way to grab some air, and we should probably head back to the beach for those turtle being released. And So the first thing you do when you release a turtle is you actually wash it. And don't worry, we're going to look more at that in another video. But once you've washed it, you check its belly button, and then you put it into the clean bucket. And that's where all of a sudden a whole bunch of turtles are. And you can tell that they're slightly all different. And that's because a female will mate with a few different males out in the water before she actually lays the eggs. And once you have all these clean ones, and then you take them to the back of the beach and you create a protective wall so that predators can't get them. Yeah, there's birds and more birds and crabs, and the people just stand here to try to protect them.
Cuba on the east side, Cuba and Florida on the east side, and then they get across the Atlantic on the Gulf Stream, and depending whether it's winter or summer, they can end up in the Mediterranean, the North African coast or the West African coast. They feed up around the Azores and the Canary Islands and then swim back to the other end, visit your place, Trinidad, and then basically come up the coast to Venezuela, brings them back here 10,000 miles, 5 years. If they're on the west side, they go into the Gulf of Mexico, Texas, Mexican coast, down past the Yucatan again. They avoid the drug dealers in Colombia because they don't like parcels, alright? And then basically they get to Venezuela, come back here 4,000 miles, 2 years. Once they've done that trip for the shorter version a couple of times, they're then strong enough to swim against the current and they stay in the Caribbean basin, okay? But then they will come back every second, third or fourth year to lay, alright? So we see turtles come back, we tag them, we name them, and once we've named them, we can follow an individual turtle. So if you take Grace, we tagged her in 2010, she came back in 12, 14, 16, 18. When she came back in 2010 she laid 3 nests, 106 average in each one. When she came back in 2020, 6 nests, average of 185 in each one, but she'd grown a foot in length and 10 inches across the top. Grace is probably now about mid-30s. Nancy is into her 60s and she comes back every third year, lays 7 nests with between 220 and 240 eggs in each nest.
The last few strides on land, potentially 14 to 20 years if they make it back. And they just get tossed around by the waves. They're so small. Man, the struggle's real. And out to sea they go. They just zoom out right into the horizon, and then they'll float with the current. Man, what a life they live. Oh, they all seem to struggle with the waves a little bit, but they make it. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned to more videos coming out about my turtle experience. And please subscribe, share, and comment. Hope you're having a great day. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and enjoy the wildlife.